now Mr. He's from Church Point now. He originally wasn't. He decided to come back to God's country, moved to God's country.
I moved to God's, I'm a Yankee, I'm from New Hampshire.
So tell me, Joe, or Mr. Cimback, what made you decide to use us?
I got a list of things.
Well, go ahead.
And I want to make sure everybody that's listening in here knows that I didn't pre-approve any of this with Lee. He had no idea what the hell I'm going to say.
Nope.
Number one is I want to do business with people local. I don't want to do business with people in Oklahoma or Tennessee or Florida or something. I want to look at somebody across the table. You guys are on exit 43 on I-10. You're close enough. I could come visit anytime I want, and it's so easy to get here. And that leads to the second thing, which is, and I believe that, by the way. I really do believe doing business local is important. I can't stand giving my money to some people that are far away and I have no idea who the heck they are. I like doing it local. But then I came to visit, and I'm an old manufacturing engineer. I grew up working on the NASA spacesuit, and so I know quality when I see it. And I went for a tour of your shop, and I realized that you take this drawing, this design, and you dump it into your computer, and your computer tells what to cut out there, and it does it all automatically. And then you got an army of guys out there putting it all together for you, making it happen. And I saw that, and I witnessed it, and I looked at it, and I thought, that's high quality, because I thought about doing this myself. I'm going to go put some posts in the ground, and of course I'm not going to get the same kind of posts that you get, because I'm going to get the cheap stuff, you get the good stuff, and I'm not going to get the good lumber like you get. And I'm going to have to do it all on site myself. And I thought to myself when I saw your shop, there is no way that I could do this the way you do it. You do volume, you do quality, you do 26 years. Is that what it is? 26 years? I mean, that's, to me, that means more than anything to me, is that quality of 26 years. You've got this down to a science. So I would say the main reason for coming here was that I really wanted a high quality job when I was done. And it's turnkey, Lee. It's like, I don't have to do nothing. Everybody else wants to, they're gonna put the building up, and then they want you to do the concrete. They want you to do everything. All I gotta do is put my dirt pad in, and you come in and take care of everything else. And you gave me an electrical package, and you gave me an insulation package. So, I mean, I really appreciate it. You had a nice Christmas special going, and I wasn't really quite ready to pull the trigger, but it was too good of a deal to pass up on. So.
Well, I appreciate everything you said. Tell me something. How did the staff treat you? How did my building specialists, did they know what they were talking about? Did they seem like they were specialists, and did they help you make some decisions?
You got good boys. You got real good boys. When I first came here and had actually on the phone talking to people, that got me started with this, and I was able to do that. But again, I wanted to come out here and see face to face and touch, right? And so when I came out here and started talking to the guys, Tyler was great, had a great conversation with him. And then you got a couple other old guys down there that have been working for you for a long time. And man, whatever questions came up, they instantly answered it. And I walked away feeling good. I even brought my wife in here to sign the contract with me because I wanted her to pick colors. I don't have nothing to do with that.
Right.
I wanted her to do that. So those guys were good. You got good staff. You got real good staff.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that if the people listening, you brought it up, you came and visited, is that something you would tell the customers, the people that are watching, that's an important thing to do, to come visit someone's facility?
Oh, without a doubt. You got to come here. This is like, if you like building stuff, you got to come here and see this shop. It's like nothing else. It's right here, right off of I-40 or I-10, exit 43. It's really easy to get to. It's literally right on the frontage road. It's worth coming out here, because as soon as you see with your own two eyes, you understand what you're buying. And that's a whole lot better than waiting for it to show up and not understanding what you're going to get till the day it shows up.
Okay. Well, and I agree. I always tell people one of the 5 red flags is go visit. Wherever you're going to buy your building, go visit their facility. Whatever they got, it's going to tell you a lot about the company.
Well, another thing you got going for you too, which is part of the reason why I made the decision here, is you got a reputation.
Yeah,
and people said that you tend to stick yourself out there and give into the community, and you're on some board at LSU and you do all that kind of stuff. And I really appreciate that. And when I was signing the contract, they gave me a sheet of paper that has your name and your phone number, your cell phone number on it. And they told me, don't be afraid to call that number. If you call that, Lee's going to answer. And if he's too busy to answer right then, if you leave a message, he's going to call you right back. That's customer service. That's, if you're, I'm spending as much money on this building as a Ford F-250, and I want it to be a nice building. And I'm looking at spending my money wisely. And I think I'm doing a wise decision here. So.
And I appreciate that. And I'll tell you, now that you bring up the cost of that F-250, in about 5 years, you'd be looking for another one.
That's right. This is going to last.
This is going to last your lifetime.
Well, and this is the first shop I've ever had. And I've been working out of a garage.
And this thing will take care of your truck.
Oh, I could put with the 50-foot length, I could put my F-350 with my boat, park it in there and shut both doors down on either end.
I've always said the cheapest thing to buy and put on your property is a building. Cars, boats, whatever you need, they need one of these to protect them.
Yep.
That's what they're designed to do. You can convert these to all kind of things. Well, that's really, I appreciate you.
Can I say one other thing?
You can say anything you want.
Something that other people told me too, which I would tell anybody that's watching here tonight, is everybody says when you go to build a building, make it bigger than what you think you need. Everybody told me that. And when you start looking at the pricing, like you were showing before, the price per square foot goes down as you get bigger. Of course, it's going to cost you more. But man, if you could swing it, do it. And I will say this too, there was no way after I looked at your specs I was going to go with anything but your elite building. I'm a cheap guy. I don't like spending money. But if it comes down to having to spend money on something good that's going to last, I'm spending my money. And like I said, I think it's it's an investment in my house and in where I'm going to live. I tend to live there for the rest of my life.
Right.
That's mine, man. It's really
that's
good.
going to bring the value of property up too.
Oh,
if you ever decide to sell.
Yep.
And the thing about these elite buildings were designed for you to put behind your house or wherever you need to put them. But they're designed to. If you go in one of the buildings we build and any competitor, just them 2x8s will blow you away. I mean, it's a powerful truss. We're the only ones in the nation I know putting 2x8 truss up like that.
Well,
and
I saw them out in the shop, and them suckers are big. One of them trusses, mine is 36 wide. That thing is going to be 36 foot wide, and you put them 3 foot on center, which, by the way, I don't know. I mean, let's talk about metal buildings here compared to, like you were talking red iron. As an engineer, I understand that bolt problem of red iron. But another problem with red iron is after the building's built, how do you do anything inside of it? With this, I can easily connect stuff to wood, but it's hard to connect to steel.
It is.
I mean, there's so many more possibilities here.
Well, when you get to steel, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize, we're putting a post every 9 feet. They're going to put a post every 15 to 20 feet.
That's right.
They're going to put their girts 3 to 5 feet. We're putting a girt every 2 feet.
Yep.
And you get jump on top of the roof. They're going to put truss every 15 feet, 15 to 20 feet. We're putting a truss every 3 feet. And
that made a big difference.
Well, and when you talk about the purlins, we're every 2 feet, and they're putting them every 3 to 5 feet.
Yep.
There's way more material in that building, which makes it strong. Like I said, the biggest weakness in a steel building is those anchor bolts. I don't know how you run from that problem.
I learned about that from you on one of your Facebook things here.
Yeah,
and I went and researched that myself just to see it, and it's the truth. It makes sense.
It's the truth.
I quoted your competitors that do this, and I mean, your price was competitive, and to me, what I got from you was actually a better price.
Well, they don't. You see, the problem, which a lot of people don't understand about most of the people that try to go in this business, and that's why you go look at their facility. Are they vested? I mean, are they just getting in this to make a quick buck? Will they be there in 4 or 5 years? The average company doesn't make 6 years. So you can do business with these guys, but there's a strong possibility they won't make it. But the other problem you have with them, they're trying to make a quick buck. We're we've been this so long. Our objective is to keep building a better building. The transformation of when we started 26 years ago, and you bring up Oklahoma, that's where I saw it 20-something years ago, and I said that's a great idea, great construction. I love. So we came back and started building like that, and I said that's not built. That's built for the north. That's not built for the south. They don't have termites. We got termites, so we went to the all treated building, and then they don't have hurricanes. That's when we started. They were all putting 2x4s for the trusses. We were the first ones who went to 2x6. Now we went to 2x8s, and they all copied me. They all went to 2, but now we're at 2x8s. I don't think they're going to copy it because they're trying to keep their costs down.
Yep.
They're not trying to build the best building and sell you quality. They're selling nothing but price. We try to sell quality over price. Although you're right, we will match anything they do, apples to apples, but they don't build an elite building. They're not even going to try to build an elite building. And so that separates us. But I'm really appreciate you.
Well, can I say something else too?
You can say all you want.
I like your contract. I know you've developed it over the course of quite a few years, but we sat down and sat at the table face to face and looked at the contract item by item by item. And my comment on that was every single thing in here makes sense. Everything is reasonable compared to what you see during construction. Little things like, things that I got to do to be ready, right? I mean, I understand after doing that, I understand what I got to do, but I also appreciated things like your contract says, we're not coming out if the site conditions aren't good. We're not going to try to stumble through a muddy situation and give you a bad building. We're going to wait for things to settle down. And that's on me to realize that it's okay to wait. And hell, I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, and I'm glad you noticed that because, some people think that the contract only protects me. It protects all parties. It tells you exactly what I'm going to do, and like you just said, what's exactly required of you.
Yep.
The problem with verbal stuff, that's when people get into fights. If you don't write it down, it's not well understood. We write it all down. We want, and it's 30-something pages. It's a long contract, and basically we're trying to address everything that I've seen possibly come up in 26 years. And we talk about it. That's why it's in there. This happens. This is how we're going to handle it. I think that's fair to you as the consumer to know up front what exactly we guarantee we're going to do for you.
Well, it wasn't like sitting in that Ford F-250 dealer's finance office where you just sign. You don't know what you're signing. Mm-hmm. When we went through that 38 pages or whatever it was yesterday, but we talked for a while. As many questions as I wanted to ask, I was asking, and everything was reasonable, Lee. Honestly, everything was reasonable. I liked it. I thought it was a good contract.
Yeah, well, it took 26 years to build it, and right. It works. We don't have trouble. There's no misunderstandings when something happens, whatever may happen. Give you a prime example. And there's a page in there that tells you what the industry standard is on your concrete. See, a lot of people think that the concrete is the foundation. It's not. It sits on the foundation. And so when people start having trouble, I said, did you put a compacted pad in? And did it have the right moisture levels? But we cover that in a page to let you know, I'm recommending you do this. If you don't, you could have trouble. And so we try to do that on everything we do. While my gutters went up, I said, I'm not going to put the gutters till you put your concrete in your building. I'm not. Why? They might hit them. They might damage them. Yep. So we tell you, we're not going till after all that's completed. And so everything we do in that contract, and I'm glad you brought up the contract, is to protect you too, not just me. It protects because
I saw that.
It tells you what I'm going to do.
I saw that.
This is what I'm going to do.
Well, and it taught me a lot too. And I like learning.
Yeah.
It did. It taught me a lot, and I appreciate what you did with that.
No, I appreciate you. We appreciate your business. I appreciate you coming in, folks. I don't know. Did anybody ask a question of him?
No questions. It's Tim and Odie going back and forth.
Yeah, I look at Mr. Hughes, that the competition is hoping to make an uneducated decision. He's right. But look, I want to thank you for coming in, Mr. Cimback, and I look forward to finishing the product. And maybe when we get this thing finished, you can come back in. My guys, like I said, they're going there, and all your inspections will be sent to us. They'll be documented on film for us. And maybe you can come back when it's finished and we'll go through your pictures as everything transpired.
Anybody out in the Church Point area, once it's underway, if you want to come out and visit, you're more than welcome. I got a lot of bourbon.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Come by and visit us anytime. We'd love to have you.
Very good.
And when you finish, let's try to get you back.
All right.
Thank you, Joe. Let's take a break. All right, so we're going to go back to the best building in the country. Why? Because in the United States of America, very few people are bidding #1 treated kiln-dried lumber. I've always done that. Now, my competition, after trying to chase me for a while, decided they better follow me, so some of them do that now. Some don't. Engineered 2x scissor trusses. I'm the only one that does that. 10-year workmanship warranty. I'm the only one that's qualified to do that. How about that? I'm the one qualified to say 10 years because the other one that says it's only been in business 4 years. 3-foot truss spacing, 3 foot. Nobody else does that but us. 9-foot post spacing. 5-on-12 roof pitch, standard. 2 10x10 roll-up doors, 1 walk-through door, 26 gauge metal, roof and wall insulation, gutters, 6-inch 4,000 PSI. They're going to use 3,000 PSI. They're going to want to go 4-inch. 6-inch is 2.5 times stronger than the 4-inch slab. Concrete with control joints. My slabs on my elite buildings will flex. Post protectors, standard. Insulated windows, that's all we use, with the proper stamping to meet the permit requirements. Engineered wood screws. We only use nails for tacking. Everything else is wood screwed. I did a segment yesterday on screws to show you the difference in nails, ring shank versus how we do it. We were the first ones to do that too. Got a few of them doing that too now. Engineered cable retention system. I'm the only one doing that. But probably because I promoted so much and so well, I would assume they may start trying to copy me there too. Concrete under every post. We're the only ones who do that. Maybe they'll copy me there too. Continuous ridge vids. Standard at every elite building. Maybe they'll copy me doing that too. Engineered mono trusses. I started that. There's some of them are doing that, but I'm sure they're all going to copy me doing that too. 145 mile an hour wind load. I guess they're going to try to copy that too. I don't know. But I have 145 mile an hour wind load trusses on all my buildings. My value building, my signature building, and my lead building. All my trusses engineered. Understand, you need 2 stamps when you do that building. The truss is engineered separately from the building. Don't be deceived into believing that 1 stamp covers that whole building. It doesn't. Licensed engineer on staff. I think I'm the only one who's got that. Mallet Secure Watch. Everything we do is taped, pictures, documenting everything we've done for you. 24 access to owner. You have my cell number. I give it to you every time I come on here. It's on every page of every contract. You have access to the owner. Now, I had an interesting conversation, not to change the subject, but I had a conversation with a young man today. My contract is 30-something pages long. 38. And I think what I'll do Monday, we're going to go over the contract because every time there's a problem, oh, the contract's written to protect you. No. The contract is written to protect both of us because I'm going to put down in writing what I'm required to do and what you expect out of me and what I expect out of you. Remember that. A contract protects all parties. Nobody can change their mind, right? So you'll see these cats running on these 1-page or 2-page contracts. That's not a well understood deal. I can tell you that right now. And a good attorney will tell you this contract they're not committing to nothing. There's very little in it. I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to do in my contract. And I do it for a reason because I've been doing this for 26 years. And every time there's an issue, oh, let's clarify that. There'll be no misunderstanding. Because that's what we want. That's why we've been around so long. That's why we've been so successful. That's why we have so many good reviews. So remember, you want to buy a building? Hey, right now, you can get $2,000 cash out. And I'm going to, look, wait, besides getting the best building in the business, I'm going to give you the free electrical package. I started that too. You know there's a common denominator in all this stuff. They all following me. So you might as well just go to deal with the leader. You don't need to deal with these guys that just got to the road and want to follow me because they're going to make a lot of mistakes. I've been around too long. I know what to do. And then the last thing, and I'll always say this, folks, look how much we give back to the community. What does that say about us? From livestock shows, college athletics, college academics, state troopers, children, little dribblers, high school kids, whistle stop, unfortunate kids, Christmas cheer toy drive. Just this year, we gave 400 dinners during Christmas Eve, and over 400, well, I give them how many families? At least I guess 400 families. The families got toys on top of that. Where's my competition at? They're good at taking your money, but they don't give back to the community. We do. Jennings, I just got the letter yesterday. If you haven't been, you need to go see it. It's a beautiful facility for our veterans who, without them, we would not have this country. But folks, I gave them $6,000 to stock the pond so that those men who served our country at some point in time shortly will be able to go out there and catch some bass and some brim. Where's my competition? Ben Terry Fund. I knew Ben. If you didn't know him, he used to be our weatherman. He got ill. We had a big fund for him, and I helped him a lot, and I'm glad I did. He was a good man. Girly Girls, Veterans Affairs, Multiple Sclerosis, Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office, Avenue of Flags, Jennings High School, Jennings Hospital, Big Sisters, Big Brothers, Iowa High School, LSU Athletic Department, LSU Ag Department. Folks, where's my competition? I think it's a good question that you should ask yourself. Why would I want to not do business with someone who gives back to all these great institutions and kids, whatever you want to call it? We got them beat on price. Got them beat on experience. Got them beat on quality. We're the choice. And on top of all that, we do this. And I'm proud of that. This company is very proud of that. And we're going to continue to do things like this. Why? Because there are a lot of y'all who supported us, and I want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We really do. I do. The people that work here, including myself, really appreciate all the business we've received so we could do things like this. So I really want to say thank you because you deserve that. Those who do business and come do business with us, it's a big thank you. We appreciate you. And those who are getting ready to do business, we would appreciate the opportunity. We really would. And if you do that, we'll continue to try to be great neighbors of the community, because we believe that's important for us to do. So I think I'm at the end of my deal. Nope, not quite yet. So in an effort to always be ahead of my competition, we're open 24/7. I have a building specialist on call 24/7, 7 days a week to serve you. I have a commitment from my building specialist to stay on call for you. Where's my competition? Why are they not up? I guess they prefer to play instead of take care of the customer. We, on the other hand, want to make sure that we're there for you when it's convenient for you. We understand you're busy. We understand you have to work. We understand this. We understand you got things to do. So when you're sitting down after you come back from the game, a school function, work, whatever it is, and you're sitting in your recliner and say, man, I wish I could talk to somebody about my building. Guess what? Mallet Buildings is available to you 24/7, 7 days a week. We did this for y'all because we appreciate you. Once again, we thank y'all for y'all's business. By now, we're going to serve you instead of serving ourselves, because that's what we're trying to do. Now, we also, I don't know if it's on here. It's not here. But that was the bug tie. Whoa. We also are open every Saturday till noon. My competition's not. And if you call, my building specialist will wait till after 12 o'clock and stay here for you. We will come here after church on Sunday for you, whatever's convenient for you. Besides having a 24/7 on call, you make an appointment any day of the week. You want to be here for 6 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My building specialist will stay for you If you're going to be here at 7, one of them's going to stay for you. Just make the appointment. We're going to wait. Now, what I'm telling you about us is that we want to serve you. We want the opportunity so bad to serve you that we're willing to come when it's convenient for you. Can my competition say that? I think not. Some people say, well, you're attacking. I'm not attacking. I'm being factual. And if I don't promote this company and promote what we do, how are you going to know? How are you going to know we're better than them if I don't tell you we are? How are you going to know we stay open 24/7 if I don't tell you we are and then my competition don't? I'm trying to prove to you why you need to do business with us. Because we're going to earn your business. Even if it means coming here at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever time it is, or a phone call at 10 o'clock, whatever's convenient for you, we are going to be there for you. Now you saw me, I got kind of emotional about that because I'm excited about that, but I'm comfortable. I'm concerned, and I want you to know that we really want to serve you. Well, it's Friday. The weekend is here. I won't be back till Monday. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate you 100%. You can call me at 337-515-2154 or call a building specialist at 337-214-0428 24/7. And once again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank every person who's ever done business with Mallet Buildings. And for those of you